Source material bonus content.
Everybody, welcome to a quick source material extra. Today, in comic book history, Marvel Cinematic history, the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home dropped. That's January 15th, 2019. It just dropped today, right, guys?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, just making sure.
Well, they've been hinting at it all week. Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal have been making Twitter and Instagram posts repeatedly saying so. We talked to Sony, ...
So joining me to watch this trailer, we're just going to give this a shot. Alexis Hana, welcome back to Source Material for a real quick 10-minute episode. I appreciate you being here. I hijacked you from, we're going to be talking DC later. You said you've already watched this trailer 5 times. You ready to watch it one more time?
Naturally.
All right, very good. Mark Radlich, you have no choice in the matter. Thanks for being here, though. I do appreciate it. Just stay awake if you can.
I'm promised nothing.
All right, let's go. All right, in 3, 2, 1, I'm hitting play. Here we go. Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, you guys can talk through the trailer if you like here. A lot of cool stuff going on. Believe it or not, I just watched this 5 minutes ago with my kids.
That was so good.
Trying to keep volume down so we don't get some weird feedback loop.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. No.
Aunt May.
Happy. Trying to get into Marissa Tomei's pants.
Such a wonderful actress, Marissa Tomei.
I do actually like her as Aunt May.
Yeah, I don't.
I liked her and my cousin Vinny.
A lot of people are griping about how, Aunt May continues to get younger, but I am not complaining.
Well, so does Peter, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, Peter is so much younger than Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, so it works.
Mm-hmm. All right, so help me out here. This is prior to the snapping.
It's actually
we don't know.
From I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, Marvel has been very mum on whether or not this happens pre or post. Now, chances are pretty good this is post, and Spider-Man has been brought back to life in Endgame, but no one is saying anything.
Okay.
So, it's one of those, even if it's obvious, no one will confirm. And if they will, I have confirmation.
Go for a ride.
Here's what leads me to believe that it's
Turn him over so he doesn't swallow.
it's post the snapping, and this is post Endgame. After Endgame, we're going to see a severe lack of Avengers. Our heavy hitters will be gone. I think that's what's forcing Nick Fury to pick this high school kid to deal with the elementals and whatever else is. I'm assuming Mysterio is going to be a bad guy, but the way this is presented, Mysterio is a good guy.
Yeah, and by the way, black costume right there.
It's not
Nice.
the
Yes.
black costume.
Stealth Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Mysterio looks awesome.
Yes.
I love they are not shying away from his full costume, a fishbowl head.
Hell,
He
yes.
definitely feels like he walked right out of Gladiator.
Love it. Far From Home.
Yep, Europe is far from home. Did you know that, Jesse?
Who is that?
Did you know that Venice was far from New York?
What is it?
Thanks. Where's Wales at in relation?
Africa.
Help me, Africa.
I miss Venice.
Well, what do you mean by you miss Venice? You been there?
Yeah,
Live-
I have.
Nope.
Yeah.
This may or may not have occurred to you, Jesse, but people have actually left Ohio.
No, that's impossible.
For the record, I lived in London for a few months when I was studying abroad, so I traveled. Quite
How many broads were you stuttering?
Oh.
Studying.
Mark, would you like to try that joke again?
Just hear that in the background.
What was it? The dog?
Yeah, Eddie's got his favorite toy.
I can hear that. Yes, indeed. Eddie, you rascal. All right, so Mark Radlish, thoughts on the trailer? I mean, we just kind of touched on it there, but are you excited?
Yeah, I mean, the first Spider-Man with the Undone from Marvel, I thought, went out of its way to capture the spirit of Spider-Man more so than, I never had a problem with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I thought the first two movies did a good job of capturing the spirit of Spider-Man. I think where Sam Raimi went wrong was he made him a little too focused on Mary Jane.
Okay.
And then in the third one, everything just goes off the rails. And they really lost sight of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man, and they didn't really understand the black costume, and the whole thing just becomes a nightmare. And then I don't want to do an hour-long podcast about the problems with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but needless to say that that one they didn't seem to understand the character either.
Let's face it, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies had two things that were really good in it. One was Andrew Garfield and, oh my God, Emma Stone's chemistry.
Emma Stone, yeah.
They did have really amazing chemistry. And two was probably one of the best Stan Lee cameos of all time. The librarian with the headphones.
Oh, yes, and as the lizard and him are fighting in the background.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought there were elements of it. I mean, Pat and I got into a pretty vicious argument about how good or how bad that movie was. I'll give you 3 guesses as to which side I took. But as far as these ones done by Marvel, I think that their take on Spider-Man, I think resonates the most as far as being authentic, and as far as what's in the trailer. It's a little too soon to say. Right now I'm more focused on Captain Marvel and Endgame than I am Spider-Man. And I have to see a little bit more. That's the problem with a lot of these teasers. More often than not, I don't feel like I get enough footage to really make a concerted opinion on the matter.
Okay. All right. Well, let's table that. Don't go any further. I don't want to be possibly spoiled, but I will tell you that I don't trust Mysterio either way. I mean, he's always been a real dirtbag of a villain for Spider-Man. And I cannot think of any time where Spider-Man and Mysterio have seen eye to eye and actually work together. I'm sure there's been times in the comics where that's happened, but I mean, Mark Rylance, you remember Old Man Logan, where Mysterio was the one that tricked him into thinking that.
Yes, made me wonder why did it take him 50 years to figure this out?
Go back in the archives. You can hear Mark Rylance yell about that. All right, Alexis, you've been quiet too long. Tell us your thoughts here on the trailer.
Like I said, I've already watched it 5 times. I squeed so freaking loudly this morning. The first thing I saw, I get up. I immediately go online to check my mail and see what I've missed overnight. And I'm seeing all these pictures of Jake Gyllenhaal's costume. I'm like, wait a minute. Quickly get on Twitter. I'm like, oh my God. And I squeed. It's so loud, and I loved it. I am really interested because, obviously, the Mysterio is. Well, anyone who's read the comics knows Mysterio is a con artist. He's, he is all about illusion, and it's going to be really interesting to see how I really have no doubt that he is maybe even behind the elementals. And someone just rang my doorbell.
Is it Avon? Is someone telling you Avon?
Sick the dogs on him.
No, it's my assistant coming over with
You're ruining the show.
Hi.
Hey,
get out. Go home. You're ruining the show.
Tell us about Spider-Man. What do you think of the trailer?
Okay, yeah, honey, have you seen the new Spider-Man trailer yet?
I just watched it.
Okay, tell the audience. What did you think?
What'd you think?
Interesting opinion.
It is. I'm wondering how Nick tracked him down.
Oh, are you thinking, how about this? Here's a question. Do you think it's before or after the snap?
I think it's before.
Okay, all right. Do you like Mysterio's look?
Is that who that was?
That's Jake Gyllenhaal's character, yeah.
Yes, in a way, but I'm not a fan of the comic, so
okay.
I don't know the original source material or even his backstory.
Okay, that's cool. Well, are you definitely want to go watch it though, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, good deal.
I'll be tracking her to opening weekend like I always do.
Awesome. All right, very good. All right, well, hey, Alexis, any other thoughts?
Like I said, really excited. I'm not making any guesstimations yet on, where this falls in the Marvel timeline. Even if it's obvious to us, I'm kind of liking the idea of just sitting back and letting Marvel kind of have fun with, was this pre-snap or post-snap? I'm enjoying kind of the tease with it.
Yeah, my daughter's trying. First thing when we watched the trailer, Kira's the same way. I've already seen that, Dad. Okay, well, tell me, what was it? Do you think? Yeah, do you think it's post-snap or pre-snap? And she's like, oh, it's definitely pre. Oh, okay. All right. This is the girl that after we watched Infinity War, she was upset and in tears and immediately was subscribing to
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, immediately subscribing to his Instagram so she could stay up on top and make sure he's okay. Like she's 13. She knows it's fiction, but by golly, it affected her that much. But all right, well, let's go ahead and get that. We're going to switch over now. I want to thank you guys for coming on here, and we spent a few minutes here taking a look at that. First time I've ever done a trailer react, I guess is what we'd call it. I have no idea, but either way, we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about DC Titans next. So for Alexis Hannon, Mark Radlich, I'm Jesse Starcher. The source material bonus content coming at you is now at a close. Have a good one. Bye-bye.